What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to this photo. Good to see all of you again. Finally, my camera is working, so that's actually pretty good. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a run against Ultron. Now, last night on my live stream, I was actually struggling quite a bit at stage 15. Now, you do need humans to fit the requirements here, and this boss really is a freaking nightmare. He really is the hardest of them all. Maybe it's because the resist and valor isn't as high as my other world bosses, but even at stage 15, man, even some of my strongest characters struggle against this guy. It's actually pretty ridiculous. And this is the team that we're going to use against stage 15. Now, this is not an ideal team to take on against Ultron. Moonstone and Doom are both amazing characters, especially Doom, right? Well, really Moonstone too. But the problem is I got CTPs of energies on both these characters. And against Ultron, but damage procs are terrible. They're just not that good unless the character can do insanity as far as damage, because Ultron jumps all over the damn place. Now, there is moments in the fight where having a damage proc would be fine. Like whenever Ultron is actually kneeling down on the ground, then he just sits in one place and you can easily land your damage proc on him, right? But throughout the entire fight, he's just moving around all over the place, or he's doing a lot of delay things where, he's using his infinity stones and you're just running around, and it just makes him a total pain in the butt to take down. Now, in hindsight, I actually wish I would have put Doom in the leadership, because this would have made Doom a lot stronger. You guys are going to see Doom really didn't do that well, and for a couple reasons. One, I always like to play Doom with my SFX on, because it's easier to play with him with a proc with the SFX on. There's cues that let you know exactly when you need to cancel your skills, and whenever the SFX is off, it's much more difficult to tell when you need to cancel your skills. So I was losing a lot of damage because I was canceling the 5 way too early on Doom. And again, I just don't think it's an ideal team. If Doom had a rage on him, this would have been a lot easier. If he'd had a rage, it'd been so much easier. And maybe if I would have used his leadership, maybe it would have been a little bit better. And Moonstone with Captain Marvel is really nice, because you do get that extra damage from doing the co-op skill with Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel actually does her fist skill. So I'll go ahead and pull up the run for you guys, man. This was pretty freaking difficult. So let's do this. Like early on here, right, we'll switch to Captain Marvel and we're going to build up our proc. And by the way, guys, having a beatdown, having mighty like a strike proc, they kind of suck, because the idea against Ultron is you're trying to do hits against this guy so his meter doesn't build up and he goes into his next phase. Well, whenever you have a beatdown proc or a strike proc, you're running around trying to build up that damn proc, right? They have a 10-second cooldown. So it actually, in a way, kind of hurts you, and it actually makes those kinds of obelisks a little bit less relevant, although I don't think completely, because, again, like I said earlier, if your character has enough power, right, even with a damage proc, they're still going to do pretty well here, because, like, my Sharon Rogers has a Brilliant on her, and she pretty much plows through this, guys, so far. She pretty much destroys this. I can end this in about 3 minutes with her. But I am using a pretty OP team also with her. But Doom's really essential here because of his basic attack. I know, it's funky, isn't it? Ultron, it's always about that basic attack. That long-range basic attack is godly, right? And again, man, during this phase right here, whenever Ultron is doing this movement, I really like to switch my characters first couple times and then just move out of the way with a third character. That seems to work out really, really well for me. I don't know why, but it seems like whenever I just try to move around my character, I just get hit the first time and get time frozen. But if I switch it a couple times, it's all good. I don't usually get hit. And, I was proud of this run, like I said, because, I'm only using just my leadership, a 30% increase of energy attack leadership. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, yeah, but this is only stage 15. Yeah, well, it's pretty damn hard. I'm telling you guys right now. It's pretty rough. Now, right here, I actually got my proc on my tier 3 with Doom, but I didn't get all the residual damage from the Force skill. And that's what I mean. If I had that SFX on, we would have done a lot more damage. So don't think that Doom is bad for this. It's just that the way that I'm playing, because I have the SFX off, does make him seem like he isn't as good as what he actually is. And if he had a rage, he really would be way better for this. The damage proc CTB of energy just... it ain't really cutting it, man. It's pretty rough to play with against Ultron, really on any character. Even Moonstone, it doesn't matter who they are. It's a pain in the butt. But once you beat this phase right here, and Ultron's kneeling down, like right now, I switch to Moonstone and I'll start plowing it on, and it's easy. Because then Ultron is stationary. He's not moving around all over the place. And it sucks that the bar stops at the end of the 8th bar. That just sucks, man. So you gotta do all this crap all over again. This is the hardest thing about this guy. Is, well, a couple things. One is he does all these delayed things where you gotta run around all over the place and you're just burning up time. You're just killing time, right? And also the fact that, you know, you have to constantly deal hits against this guy, right? It's really, really tough. And then also you're dealing with all the environmental hazards, right? You know, the time freeze, the tornadoes on top of all this crap. Oh, I hate that attack. And by the way, Moonstone's very, very slow. She has a little difficulty getting away from some of these attacks in time. I want to switch to Doom here. There we go. And you always want to make sure you have your damage dealer ready for this phase right here. And here we go. And even as strong as Moonstone is, right, even with the co-op from Captain Marvel and getting the fifth skill from it, we still, I mean, you guys are seeing the damage. It's not like it's insanity. You know, what, 3-4 bars with their awakened skill? That's not something you're used to seeing from Moonstone. Usually you would see, like, you know, 10 bars, just fly off. Oh no, not against Ultron. Not even at stage 15. It's just, man, he's a freaking nightmare. But, and the funny thing is, you know, I had runs where I went down to the wire, and here in this run, we actually had a pretty decent run, and we did it in 4 minutes, actually a little bit less than 4 minutes. So that was pretty awesome. I actually made it look easy, but it really wasn't that easy. This took me a bit of time to actually pull off. It was not that easy of a run, but I was really proud of it because I was able to do stage 15 with these guys. And again, I don't think it's an optimal team. I just wanted to show you guys that run and show you that, you know, even with damage procs, you can do this. You can go against Ultron. It's just, it's not highly recommended, man. Really, characters with CTPs of Judgment, like I almost want to put a Judgment on my Steve Rogers there and try him out. Human Torch. And Human Torch, guys, by the way, really doesn't do that much damage in this high a stage. Matter of fact, I can show you that right now. Let's see here. Let me try to set up a team. We go Human Torch, and then we have Taskmaster, and then I wonder if I got a leadership for Human Torch. I mean, the only leadership I got is Doctor Strange, I think, right? Really, Sentry would be better because then you'd have that debuff, and debuffs are godly in this thing. Really, really good. So let me see if I can find some good strikers. Yeah, we don't have any good strikers, so let me see. Physical attack, that's not worth the crap for Johnny. Recovery. Increased damage to supervillains. There we go. Perfecto. Some attack speed. Okay, so we're just going to go with attack speed. It really doesn't matter. I just want to show you guys how difficult this is. And my Johnny does have a CTP of Judgment on him, right? And he's getting a buff from Taskmaster, and he's getting that 30% increase of energy attack from Doctor Strange. Okay? So here we go. And look at the damage, guys. That's with his awakened skill. I mean, it's just, it's pretty bad. Now, granted, he probably didn't have his debuff up, but still, that is not very good, guys. It surprised the hell out of me. I thought, man, I would have expected a little bit more, but no, Ultron's just that difficult. You need some seriously OP characters to take that guy down. So let me know what you think about the team that I used today, guys. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, y'all. Take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.